Okay, this is Shan. I thought I'd get things. I'd like to start things early at night, but usually I sometimes have to make hangouts later because my schedule it has been really busy in the past week trying to get stuff done for Christmas and my other projects. And I'm going to say a few things. Now, today I posted a warning on both Facebook and Google Plus, so I'm doing this to be fair with everybody else because talking about somebody when they're not here, that to me, what can I say? They're not here to defend themselves. They're not here, to speak out or whatever. But I'm giving you a warning, and after that, that's it, and then we'll wait for who comes. This is a warning. First time I'll give you a warning. Second time, you're out of here for 24 hours, and then after 24 hours, I'll unblock you, and I'll be forgiven. Yeah, I was supposed to do some things tonight, but before the hangout, but snow. I went out for like an hour today and then decided, well, it's going to snow, it's going to get worse tonight or tomorrow, and I'm not going to go out anymore tonight. So I've been staying in here since 1 o'clock this afternoon trying to do my other stuff and get caught up on that. So, like I said, I always say 8 o'clock, because with the way my schedule is, I don't know, because like I said, I'm dealing with school right now, and the midterms are, for the end of the semester is coming up. The new semester will start within the middle of next month, and that's been fun, to do midterms, to get them done for the end of the semester, and like I said, I hope that I can start early tonight. We'll wait. If not, because I told a lot of people that to be here by 8 o'clock, but a lot of times I like to get started earlier, and I've sometimes had to wait for an hour to have somebody come in. So I hope everyone's doing well tonight, and I'm going to make this a very fun hangout, and I hope it's fun tonight because it should be, it will be, but let's see who else is coming in the room and wait for them. Check all my, my emails, check out all my, trying to figure out Google Play, so trying to figure that out. I'm going to make this a fun, happy hangout tonight, so if you guys don't have invitations, let me know and I'll make sure you get one. Hello, Cameo.
Hello.
Thanks for coming to the hangout tonight. It's a live hangout, just to let you know.
It's situated here.
And we're going to have a good time. I said, so tell me about yourself and the audience. We're here to get chummy.
I didn't put my lipstick on even. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Robert De Niro's not here.
Okay, is this just you and I here?
Well, there's some other people that are supposed to come tonight, and
yeah, it's kind of early.
I wanted to start things at 8 o'clock, but I caught up on all my work today because I have been in this house since 1:30 this afternoon, and I'm not going out anymore tonight.
Well, me neither. It's snowing here.
It's not too bad here.
I'm in Southern Oregon.
Yeah.
And I've been on YouTube since 2006.
Okay.
When it first started.
I it started in 2000. Somebody said it started a lot later than that. I'm not sure.
Oh, later than 2000? Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
It started in 2005, and I joined like a couple months after that.
Yeah, I joined in 2008, and I had a channel that was pretty good, and then I had to close it down because YouTube got on my ass about having too many hackers, and I said, well, I can't babysit my channel every time because some hacker wants to come in there and leave his mark. But they just didn't want to hear it. They said, "Oh, close you down and start another channel." I said, "Okay."
Oh, I still have my original channel. When I first signed up, it was mainly just to watch videos,
Yeah.
and I still have that channel, but I haven't done anything with it. It's kind of like a sacred cow.
Yeah, I have a channel just like that. I don't know what to do with it. I don't have any plans on what to do with it. I understand. It's like sitting up in the air and you're just kind of asking yourself, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah. Well, it seemed like every time I tried to start a venue, I got trolls.
Me too.
So,
I
then I'd let them. But now with time and I've gotten a thicker skin, now I've learned that I cannot let them make me who they are, who they want me to be.
right, and I lost some people that I thought were my friends, and I kind of say to myself, they say, "Oh, they're jealous of you." I says, "Let me rephrase that, okay?" And I said, "I'm not gonna do any drama. This is not. I'm just saying this is my opinion. Who in the hell is gonna take care of me? You? Not you."
Yeah, and then when you get somebody that wants to white knight you, it's like, please don't do that. Because they don't
Yeah,
do it the way you would want them to. They
yeah,
don't, and then,
yeah. And then they have the balls to tell you, and you hear third. I got tired of the third-party gossip, and I said to my
oh, there's a lot of that on YouTube.
I just said to myself, if you're going to bring drama, I don't care if you're my own brother. You get the boot. For 24 hours, that's it.
I know, I love Google.
I do too.
Google has been the best thing YouTube's ever done. And you know who's complaining about it? The
Who?
trolls.
Trolls, let me tell you something about trolls. They have nothing else better to do. They have no life. They have no empathy for anybody but themselves.
hmm Oh, I've
And
had it. I've had it bad on this side. I've even had
me
my
too.
children locked up in porn.
I've had it bad where people thought they were my friends, and I kind of say to myself, well, you know what? Here's the kicker. I just said, here's the kicker, I probably will not hear from the last of them. They'll probably say some stupid excuse to want me back, and then want me as a friend, and then fuck you over. I says, you know what? Ain't gonna happen.
No, I've done it. I've done it for 5 years. I've tried to be friends with one person,
Mm-hmm.
and she ended up stinging me the worst. I mean, she took my daughter and photoshopped them with a bunch of men. And I don't care who you are. You don't come back from that one. But I was going to get dressed and put some clothes on, but I guess it doesn't matter. You can't
Yeah.
even see that I'm still
See,
in my house coat.
I'm saving that for when we go off the air, so that way when it's off the air, no hurt feelings.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, where am I? I've never been in a hangout before, so
They're fun. That sounds like jealousy to me, don't you think?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it is.
I've had guys I dated who were jealous of me, and the last guy I dated before I came to the hangout, he was so self-centered that there was a barbecue over a year ago that we went to, a summer barbecue. He smiled and he grinned from ear to ear like all of a sudden it's his birthday, and it's not. He sits there saying, "They did this all for me?" I said, "What are you smoking?" See, I'm typing some of these things so I don't have to have people say, I shouldn't have to care, but I don't want people saying they heard this or they heard that. I heard like a little bleep name, like a little bell. Me. So I'm gonna check my. I got lost. Laugh out loud. Okay, I understand that happens. Yeah, let's hope that Cameo comes back here and let's see. Yeah, I've had that happen to me plenty of times. Excuse me. I hope she comes back. If not, it was nice, talking to her. But Google glitches. It's Hangouts are full of them. Let me tell you that. And I'm hoping to have some more people come in tonight. Some others said they may be coming along to the Hangout. Checking my other mail. I got a few that are not coming. So from now on, I'll be a little more directive on time. But sometimes I don't have a lot of time to go to Hangouts. So I'm going to post it on some of the YouTube circles I belong to on. Welcome back, Cameo.
Hi, sorry about that.
That's okay. I get them all the time. There's times when I have a live hangout and I'd start all over again and it kicked me out just like that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen you on the tube a lot. You seem to be very down to earth, no drama. I like it.
See, the problem is, I miss the friends who are no longer my friends. I miss their companionship, but I don't miss the bullshit.
Yeah.
I've had friends, that once they get to know you, it's like they have this permission from God to be jealous over you. Like, what would they be jealous about?
Yeah.
Because somebody talked to me?
Well, the thing is, my hater says I'm jealous of her, and I wouldn't give 2 cents for her life.
And they listen to another person who is jealous of me. I'm thinking, I would love to get them in a private hangout, sit down, talk to them, and ask them why they're behaving like a horse's ass.
Yeah. Well, there's this one community that I was in, and it's like this girl was a makeup girl, and I just kind of left the drama and went to watch a makeup girl, and then they brought her into it, and she's the worst.
Yeah, and I got this one troll who see, I'm trying to lose weight with Turbo Fire. It's been very hard for me to do because I've been dealing with all sorts of problems in my life. I just kind of say to myself, I can't let that control me. I have to say, you know what? This is Shannon's time, not somebody else's time.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But it's very hard to do when you have people you have to take care of because my uncle, he's blind from diabetes.
I thought you were a caregiver, aren't you?
In a way, I am, but it's not a job where I get paid to do it. Like one of my cousins she's a orderly for a hospital, and she went and got her nursing degree, and she does that. But I take care of my father, I take care of my mother, my uncle, because he's a disabled veteran. He has lesions from Agent Orange, and he has diabetes. He has all sorts of problems, but he can't drive anymore because his eyesight. The sheriff made it clear, if you ever drive the third time, he wrecks so many cars. The sheriff, I don't know if he can do that, told him that, and took him to the judge, the county judge, justice. If you ever drive again, you're gonna lose your license.
Mm.
So he said to me, then why drive if they're gonna take it away anyway for some accident that I did? Or he did, excuse me.
Yeah. We had to do that with my mom when she got Alzheimer's.
Right.
She got into an accident, and we were kind of told the same thing, that letting her drive knowing that she has Alzheimer's kind of puts the liability back on to her.
My grandmother had diabetes like he does, and she was always she was not the best a person to take care of her sugar, you know. A type 1 diabetic, or anybody being a diabetic not taking their sugar, that's like saying, here's a gun, point it to your head, but don't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
In a way, and I try to keep the drama to... See, I had a collaboration here a year ago with a few other people, and now that's all but gone. And I do miss it, but I don't miss the aggravation, because when I took part of it, I was a storyteller for 12 years for the Vampire the Masquerade game, the LARP.
Oh,
I did that, then I did Sabbat, and Sabbat is not as easy as everybody makes it out to be. Sabbat are the assholes of Vampire Society. They are the ones that sit there and prove to everybody that they're the true children of Cain. I don't know if you ever heard that White Wolf. Well, you can look it up. It's really interesting. And then you got anarchs who are nothing more than fanatics who sit there and say, let freedom reign. Then you got the Camarillos who are hiding, pretending to be humans so that hunters don't hunt them down. And you got the independents who don't give a fuck about nothing. And so Sabbat is a pretty hard...
So is it a sim? Is it a sim?
No, not sim. It's see, they changed their links on this so many times. I haven't played in over almost 2 years because the domain that we had here in Canton, Ohio, folded.
Oh.
You can find this on Google or...
Well, where did I meet you through? Britwigger? Or was it Tucker Zone? Probably Tucker
Zone, yeah. Because he does a lot of good stuff. He publishes...
That man is amazing.
He's good.
He is. He can be friends with my enemies, and
Same here.
He could be friends with the devil. I think he is such a sweetheart.
Yeah, it's like I try to be friends. See, I want everybody to get along with everybody, but my problem is I just won't take the bullshit that it comes with.
I hear you.
See, they can call you a drama queen all they want. But it's oh no, they're never the drama queen, but you are. But it's sad that I can't talk to them anymore. I'm sad that.
Well, it's like my haters. They mock up my kid, and then they say I'm a crybaby because I cry over it. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to take a stand. I am going to stand up for against bullies, and you are one of them. It wasn't me, but as a mother, seeing that shit go up with your daughter in it, yeah, I was stressed. I was on medication because of it. I ground my teeth because of it. And I'll never condone it. I never, ever will. But they twist this, they take one little bit of the truth and then they twist it and make it sound. Finally, I realized the only ones watching them is them. And, just ignore them. If I don't watch them, they don't exist.
I don't either. I figure why watch them when they got you blocked. Right. Okay. Somebody thought it'd be funny to come to my neighborhood to beat the hell out of me. I said, you know what? Let me tell you something about my neighborhood, my county. Okay? 40, 50 years ago, you didn't have the problems that you do now. You have so many young kids who start families. You got a lot of people, you got the minorities, you know, you got them, and they have a right to be here. But the county jail is about maybe 5-10 miles from here. You don't have the problems then that you do now. You got the predators, the rapos, the child, any crime against a woman or child is a no-no around here. Not in this city, not in this county, because I've seen guys where they go around and mess with little kids or beat their woman, and they're a target.
Oh, well, I caught the ringleader of this group. It took me a year to do it, every day talking to the FBI, and yes, you can get them taken down.
Well, I tried to talk.
The problem is I didn't go. I only went after one state. They were in North Carolina, California, and Arizona, and I only went after one. And after a year of finally getting a big troll off the tube, I just didn't have any energy for the other states. And he was an example to his followers. They aren't going to mock up my kid again, I'll guarantee you that. But as far as I'm concerned, they shouldn't mock up any kid. I am doing this for weight loss.
What is it?
I quit smoking and I didn't want to gain weight, so I went vaping. And oh God, they have such awesome flavors. I was thinking that it would really help somebody who wants to diet, because it's like having dessert.
Electric cigarettes.
Yeah.
I am not smoking. Yes, I am.
I'm not. I don't have any nicotine. I don't have any of the chemicals.
Yeah.
You know?
I heard that, and it's an expensive habit. I was reading the paper not too long ago where a person went to one of the American Legion halls and got out an electric cigarette, right? They said, well, you're not allowed to smoke here because, oh, this is an electronic cigarette. I don't have to worry about, butts or nicotine or, they said, no, it's a cigarette. Out of here. So they went and filed a complaint. They said it wasn't bothering anybody.
Yeah. Well, it's not. There's no smoke to it. And it was funny, the other night I was looking at this, and hey, it got me to quit smoking after 45 years.
That's good.
And my grandson was there, and I was smoking this, and he went and darted back, and he goes, oh, I don't have to do that. And then he came forward, he goes, that really smells good.
Yeah.
See, yeah, it's root beer.
That's what they told me here. This isn't, unless he doesn't cause any problems, I can't do nothing. So in other words, unless I'm murdered and raped, then you'll come out and you'll do it. I says,
they told you that when you were threatened?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, in my case, it was my daughter. It was a minor child being mocked up in sexual content. That's the only reason why that one they were really interested in it. And it is a precedent case. The guy pleaded guilty to stalking, but he wouldn't plead guilty to adding a minor in it. I said, take him for that. At least he'll get a slap on, and he'll learn not to mess with people.
Yeah, but you have to understand, my neighborhood, the law enforcement for the county and the city is cut in half.
Yeah,
and when you call them, they come 5 to 10 minutes late. And it's not because people don't don't want to do, they have to do it because they got children, they got kids, and they want to protect their, their children and their family. I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
People like that in my neighborhood, you better plan on moving somewhere else. You better plan, go somewhere else because it's not tolerated. Like the other day, those letters in the mail you get county that somebody's coming to your neighborhood? I got one the other day in the mail. I looked at it. I went on the website. He was somebody I went to school with, I grew up with. I says, holy shit.
That hurts.
I thought, and they said, well, it was something that he did to a woman or something. I think, oh, they'll love him over here. Because all he's got to do is brag about it. And he's a problem. He's a dead man walking. You got to understand, it's just that you can't rely on the system to help you if it's not going to be there.
Right.
And, that's how it's going to become. It ain't going to get any better. I says,
well, I don't really mind what they say to me. Chances are they won't come out from behind their keyboards anyway. But
yeah, and they wait till
they do. I got a big gun.
Like I said, I figured, hey, if you ignore them long enough, they'll go away.
Yeah.
The other night, I had a video I did 2-3 weeks ago about my new channel coming out, and the guy says, you ought to give up, lard ass.
Oh. I just block shit like that.
I report and block them, and I says, I know who you are, jackass. So, there's a difference between me and that person. I'll lose weight, which I know will happen, and you'll still be an immature asshole.
Yep.
Don't sound like drama, does it?
Oh, I get the same thing, except my teeth.
I try not to bring drama in here, but I don't. It's not, I try not to bring it in here. I do my best not to bring it in here because I deal with drama on my own, and I have enough of it. So what do you do for a living?
I'm retired. I used to manage a credit union.
Oh, yeah, I belong to a credit union.
Yeah, I started with credit unions in high school, and then I retired in '95 just because the bureaucracy and the financial industry was going to pot. And I met a man who was on the board of the credit union. When I retired, I moved down here, and I volunteered as a supervisor, and then I was his boss. So I gave up supervising.
Yeah. We have one supervisor. The one we have now, she's not too bad. But the one supervisor we had before, she was a cunt. She lets you know it. And my family goes to this credit union, but to be part of this credit union, you have to have somebody work at Sugardale, which we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was that my dad was friends with some guy, and that was before my brother worked at Sugardale. And she was a cunt. She let you know it. I said, hey, she got real snotty with me. I says, look, you make more mistakes than I do in my entire lifetime. Who the hell put you in charge of this job? Well, the bank. I says,
it's volunteer.
Yeah. And then I saw her downtown. Hold on, guys. My dogs. I saw her downtown, and she's telling me, well, why don't you park over here? I says, I have no money for a toll booth. And I'm parking over here where it's free. Where else do you want me to go? Where else do you want me to go? I said, this is downtown. Either pay the toll, or find some place to park where they don't, come on, guys, get out of here. Come on. I'll play with you later.
Well, the supervisors really don't have any business communicating with well, they do, as far as they send out their notifications and stuff, but they shouldn't be interacting with the members. She's overstepping her bounds.
She used to go to the same hairdresser as my mom. And the hairdresser she says, well, I'm important, I'm first. You will you will wait on me because she was doing somebody else's hair. Hey, you will sit in there, read a magazine, and wait your turn.
Self-important. She's self-important, is what she is.
Like, I'm important. I'm better than you. I said, oh, really? If you're better than me, go somewhere else. I'm inviting people.
If you're better than me, then you should have been here first.
Yeah.
Instead of last.
She retired, I think, like 2 years ago. I'm glad the new person took over. Well, the new person I like's a lot better. But
I got the job because I was probably the only person in town that had experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed one.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with Jerry being on the board, I resigned from that. I'd rather marry him than to be a supervisor.
My brother got a banking job because he knew somebody, and he got a promotion. And my cousin, used to work at the same bank, and she was like, "Oh, well, how come I don't get a promotion?" I says, because him and I are really good friends. You know, that's what his boss said, but I think it's because, you know, he knows how to. He was an F&I guy for a car dealership, and I'm thinking, well, he's an F&I guy, so what does that tell you?
Yeah.
You know, he's got the experience to do the job.
I'd give my employees a raise if they educated. I'd even pay for their education. But if they refuse to take further education and better themselves in the industry, then they got the same price. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, I think he got it because he was, you know, he was experienced in that stuff. I said, if you're experienced, they're going to take the person who knows how to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
She got mad and threw a fit. Says, don't want to hear it. Don't care if your butt's on fire. I don't want to hear it. Okay. I'm going to write something here for her.
They refuse to take further education and better themselves in the industry, then they got the same price. Are we live? That's how I look at it.
Yeah. I think he got it because he was... Yeah, I'm trying to talk to this person here who... I'm going to say... I bet you I'm going to get a lot of people come tomorrow. They're going to say, what the hell did you just say?
Now, how does the Hangout work? This goes on video.
You go to the... As soon as I'm done with this...
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's a thing where you says you can have a private hangout or a public hangout, whichever's up to you. Usually, I try to keep things private because every time I hear someone said this and someone said, I made it clear tonight that there will be no drama whatsoever. And I says, I'm not here to pick on you, or I have to be fair with everybody else who comes in here.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I'm trying to be fair with them because there's a lot of people who don't want to come in for the drama and the, you know, stuff. Yeah, this one video I got hanging around, I can't monetize it. I can't get it monetized for nothing. And they gave me some shit over it, and it says, you know, ooh, come right in, people.
Now, how can you see who's in?
Well, I checked my that little notification bell, and I you know, it took me a while to do this. I mean, I had somebody that taught me how to do it, and now they hate me, and I say to them, not my problem. But you know what really angers me is, why do they have to be jealous over me? What did I do to piss them off? Oh, because you're bettering yourself. I says, I have to better myself. I don't want to better myself. I need to better myself because the way things are in this world, who's going to take care of you? Who's going to, you know, look out for you? Even though I have a living will and all this other stuff, but you gotta ask yourself, you gotta sit there and say, you you.
Yeah.
Why would they be jealous because I refuse to, not be bossed around like some little lost dog? Excuse me, I'll be back. I got to use the bathroom.
Me too. I'll be right back.
All right.
You knew where it was, didn't you?
The dog.
Oh. Put some clothes on.
I had to go to the bathroom and deal with my dogs.
We got snow here.
So the way. And I say to myself, it's supposed to drop 4 inches. Supposed to get 4 inches tonight, or by the end of this week. I says, look, if it's that much mush down in there, why should I care? I've seen blizzards. I've seen worse.
Yeah. Well, we don't get very much snow here, and so it's a welcome sight.
Yeah.
Because we got forest fires. I did a couple of videos of all the forest fires that we got last year. It's not pretty.
I bet not. I miss doing collaborations with people. I do, but my opinion about them in general is nobody wants to watch a collaboration anymore because it gets too sour real quick. And I did two at one time. I did Epic and I did another one. And when you do Epic was fine. I loved Epic, but the problem was there was only two people, me and another person, that did videos on their day. Everybody else said, oh, I'll do one video and that's it. They quit. They do this. They do that. It's like, it's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm. I've never done one. I mean, I can't say I've never done one. I used to do them with my old friends, but
me too.
It was always their way.
Yeah. And that's what really ticked me off, because and what was bad is you had other people saying, oh, you know, he's doing this, he's doing that. I'm like saying, you got a problem, you take it with them. I just deal with them. I don't have to do spit.
Exactly.
You know, all I do is what I do, and that's it. And the problem with collaboration anymore is it's not the time, it's that nobody wants to take the time to sit down and watch them. Because they don't want to follow it. They don't want to do this. They want to do they want everything in a hurry, finished fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've had offers.
You get down.
I had offers, but right now, to me, it's just not the right project. You know,
yeah, there was one singing one. And I thought that was a cute one.
Yeah.
But I haven't sang in a long time.
Right.
And to me,
it wasn't the right one, and I didn't, you know, because at the time, I'm still getting through where I'm saying to myself, you know, it's just not it. It's just not the right time. It's not this. It's not that. It's not the right one for me. Because I see it, I look at it and say, yeah, that's good, but you know, it doesn't fit me.
I'm on, you were earlier talking about your werewolves?
White Wolf, yeah.
White Wolf. I have, I'm on Second Life.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I know some people that are on Second Life, and it costs them an arm and a leg for packets. I've had people say they ran up a credit card debt just trying to, you know, be on Second Life and stuff like that. I'm like, I tried it once.
Yeah, my internet's all 1 month.
It screwed up all my, you know, when I had Windows XP, it screwed it up big time, and my ISP was not very happy with me. I says, why? It's not like it's not like it's a torrent file or something, because they'll get on your back for it. But they said, well, this Second Life is screwing up the ISP. It's doing this, it's doing that, and I just said, fuck it. I'm not going to pay $60-70 for a packet on a site that I can't use.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, to be on the site, it's free.
Yeah, it's free, but they have like packets for this or that. I went to a convention.
Oh, you mean bandwidth?
Yeah.
The bandwidth one? Oh.
Yeah, I went to a convention a couple years ago, and these were Second Life gamers. They sat there with very little sleep, and this was in a hotel. If they went to sleep, they go sleep on the couch out in the lobby for a couple hours and get back in, have something to eat, and play Second Life. That's all they did for most of the day.
Yeah, it can get addictive.
They had Guitar Hero. They had a contest, and somebody won that. And that only lasts for 3 hours. But while half these other people are doing Second Life and LAN, I'm like, Christ. If I stay on there for like an hour, I'm gonna get tired. But they would sit there, break out their credit card for more bandwidth, more. Like, Jesus Christ, can it be that damn addicting?
Yeah.
That's just, my goodness.
We play two games. One is, well, they're both Tiny Empires. One's played in the decade, the 11th decade, so it's medieval. And I'm a queen of a kingdom.
That's good.
And yeah, but it's a cool social network, and it was good when I couldn't walk. You know, I had neuropathy, so I couldn't walk anywhere. But yeah, you can spend a lifetime there too and not do anything.
So is White Wolf until White Wolf has this tendency, and they started out pretty good, and I started playing with them in 2000 when we had a chapter here. If it's not the people who's in charge, some of them, not all of them. The last guy we had in charge, he was in the Army, and everybody had, this isn't the Army, Jack. This is a domain. This is not the Army. He kept thinking it was this, it ain't it. And it was fun, but it's not so much the people that they, some of the people that don't know how to do the job. It's the company itself. They started out in Seattle, Washington. And I got the first edition book, but over the years, they got so good at what they do. You know what they did? They turned their back on the fans, on the fan club. They turned their backs on them by giving them shit. They kept giving them the Final Night series, which I think it's a real joke. And when they did the Gehenna series, that was a bigger joke. Every 10 years, like, okay, 2014, 2004, every 10 years of the time, they restart everything. In 2004, they did Requiem, like, no, not interested, don't care. Requiem's nothing but a bunch of horse shit. I said, don't try to sell that to me, I ain't buying it. Because I won't play it. I played Requiem once, and it's all tabletop bullshit. I said, whoever invented Requiem must have been smoking a lot of grass that day. The original game is you do rock, paper, scissors, which is the easiest thing to do. Requiem, it's all about numbers. That's all it is. And I'm thinking, not everybody wants to play a game that involves so much numbers. I don't. You know that is monotonous. And who wants to do that? You know, who wants to base the game on numbers? Because if you got 753, which is one of the most easiest, you can't go wrong. The new stuff that came out, they let people donate, and you become a backer, and you get all this, and you get all that. But I got all of it, but I don't have anybody here to say, okay, let's get together, open up the book, because I'm a backer. You're more backers. You're more of a not a storyteller, but more of a associate. That's all I can say. But
it was a storyteller organization group?
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
When they first did this back in 1991, I read the original version. They let people donate. I read. It didn't. I don't think it said. I don't know. The first edition didn't say anything about Cain. It didn't say anything about the Sabbat. It was this clan, all these different clans that were together and formed the Camarilla. Then a couple years later, they did the Sabbat thing, and then in 97, 98, they did the Final Night bullshit, and then 2003, they did the Year of Fire, Gehenna. I'm like, that really pissed me off. And then when I read the book Requiem, I'm like, I'd rather set it on fire and just, I said, White Wolf used to be a good company, used to be a good organization, but every time they always got their foot in their mouth, lies in their mouth, they sit there and come out with a new this or that. I'm like, no. I'd rather play a troop game than play a sanctioned game with a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
They should get rid of Requiem. They should flush it down the toilet. Just say, that's it, I'm done. because it's like, no, don't try to sell it to me. I ain't buying it. Now the new stuff they got out, which came out beginning of last year, it's they take all the stuff throughout the years and they put it into one big storybook. Is how I can explain it. The one thing they're doing a lot of that I've seen them do in years is they have some star power. They have I bet you the stars who probably endorse it can get any fucking thing they want. They can become any gen they want to. Because they got a little more star power now. I mean, they have like famous, not, they have one guy that used to be the lone gunman on X-Files. He does that, and then they got a guy named Balt Hare. He's a singer, and he's doing some other character on them. But like, how much star power can you get? They've used it before. They just never used it like they're doing now. So I invite some more people to come in. It's about 10 minutes till 8. I told them to come at 8, but I don't know. If they come, they come. I have one person say he's coming as soon as he gets home, and I
invited some people.
Yeah. As long as they're not blocked, I'll add them. Why would somebody be jealous of me? What did I ever do to piss them off? Just because I just don't take a lot of bullshit is what I don't take. And then you hear it from somebody else, and that's where the drama's like, nope, I'm not gonna listen to that.
Sometimes it's just that they want to make drama.
Yeah, but why would
about something?
Just because I want to better myself and I want to do my own shit, that's jealousy. That oh, I can't let you talk to somebody without having my permission. Like, what are you, the president? I've dealt with special people that say that because special needs, I call them. These were the kind of people that they can't mentally think. They're an adult trapped in a child's body. Now, and a lot of them will say, well, I have to get permission. I have to talk to my guardian or parent. That's okay. If you have brain trauma, that's okay, because you can't help yourself. If you're a little kid under 18, that's okay. But if you're a grown person, that's not okay. You understand? Because I've dealt with brainwashed people. I've dealt with people with special needs, and I just kind of say to myself, it's time that I should take care of me. But why would
nobody else has done that?
Yeah, why would they be jealous? Because they might be mad at me because I don't sit there and take their shit. And I hear excuses, I hear gossip about it. Thinking, please stop. Stop it right there. I try to be myself. I try to at least keep it to a minimum. Here we go again.
I don't know if it... There, I can look better. You see all my garbage.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank
what
you.
What do you want, Jake? Huh?
A doggy.
Look at my baby.
A poodle.
That Jake.
I have Shih Tzus. That's what I have.
I adopted him from my father. He couldn't walk him anymore.
Yeah.
So
my one's 5 years old, and the other one's a year old, and the 5-year-old, he's got more gray fur than that poodle. And
well, he was black.
Yeah, well, he was black and white, but
he's getting gray though.
Yeah, they let's see, he's gotten gray, since he was 3 years old. The other one's a year and a half old, and trying to get her to go outside to the bathroom is like trying to pull a boat out of the ocean with a pair of tweezers. You have to. She hasn't grown out of it yet because her brother was the same way when he was a baby. But I figure in another year or two she'll be like him. Just she won't have the energy to run around and chase things. She'll just sit there and say, "Oh, that's the spot."
Yeah, he's 9. He's doing pretty good for his age, though. He's still playful. But I think it was a lot of it. My dad had him doing tricks, and he does a trick show for the senior citizens, and so
yeah.
Yes, you still are an old man now. Yeah, I love you. I was glad. He's been a family pet. My mother had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And she passed away, but
sorry to hear that.
Was she was 8 years.
Yeah.
But Jake was her comfort dog.
Yeah.
Because when they have Alzheimer's, they have a tendency to get tremors.
And the dogs pick it up.
And he's trained to push against her. So when I'm sleeping, he's laying on top of me.
They pick it up. Their senses pick it up.
Yeah. And he was good for her. Because it stopped her tremors.
Yeah. I knew a dog. I knew a guy that had a dog, and the owner that had the dog, he called the cops on him. He says the dog was covered in its own waste and filth, and he would feed this dog. This dog would come around. He had tags, and he saw this crap, all over the dog. He says, I'm gonna go find a neighbor. Neighbor was a few miles down the road. He says, "Is this your dog?" He goes, "Yeah, it's my that's my fucking mother." He says, "Let me tell you something. If you had a dog," I said, "Do you have a son or a daughter?" He goes, "Yeah." Would you let a total stranger treat your kids like crap, like you're doing this dog? I said, "What's it to you?" He says,
It's a dog. It's an innocent dog.
He used to be a deputy sheriff. He says, "Hey, I'm a retired deputy sheriff." I says, "What do you mean?" He says, "I can call the police, get you for animal endangerment, and you'll get probably a few days in jail and slap on the wrist." He said, "Or you can sign over those adoption papers, and I'll take care of the dog." I mean, every time that dog came around, he'd give it baths, he'd give it treats, he'd do this, he'd do that, but he thought to himself, well, I might as well just adopt the dog, because obviously the owner doesn't seem to give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
He just said, I'm not gonna. Why try? Because he's, his kids get treated better than that dog. I says, he don't deserve to have a dog. The only animal he deserves to have is a stuffed animal.
I wouldn't get away with that in Oregon.
No, here it's big.
They'd take that dog away. Unfortunately, they have a kill policy though in Oregon, and I know
they have a lot of restrictions on animals. Like if you let them walk around without a leash, and I've seen neighbors who don't give a shit about that. What they'll do is this.
They'd pay dearly for that here.
Mm-hmm. What they'll do is, it don't matter if they have a tag or they don't have a tag. If they're running around, they'll take them to the home and say, "Here," them write them a fine. But if they do it again, they put them in the truck, take them to the dog pound, call the dog owner, say, "Look, now you're going to pay a bigger price to get them out of jail." I think we have a law here says if you endanger an animal, you go straight to jail. I think you should go straight to jail. You shouldn't be cited or fined or just arrested and have your dog taken away from you.
Oh, well, you'd go to jail here.
Oh, here, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I got a notice for a dog that I needed to get licensed before May, or else they were going to sue me for $10,000. Well, the dog was dead.
Every January in the county here, you have to get a dog license. You have between January 1st and February 28th. You got a whole month. You have to do it every January, because what they do is if something happens to the dog, they will come to your house and say, well, why isn't this dog's tags updated or stuff like that? They have a lot of serious, fines and stuff. I mean, to me, my dogs are my kids. Yeah. You mess with them, you're going to have me to deal with. And, I hope they said there's some people that might be coming, but I know one of them has, works. The other one, well, two of them I know, and I got a few maybes because one of them just got over a cold.
I was a maybe until I was sure I was coming.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't want to see
that again. I got like 5 or 6 maybes because I haven't done hangouts. This is my first one in 3 weeks because the last time I had a hangout, I was going without sleep because I had to go do some videos for a project that I'm doing that's coming out sometime in the new year. I had to go sit and go to dinner with them, and I would go to their house and talk to them, and like one person who's part of the project here in this area, we'd sit there and play, video games till midnight to 1 o'clock, and then I'd come back home here at 3 in the morning, go to bed, get up at 6, and do it all over again. I said maybe that was good when I was a younger person, but when you're older, you don't want to deal with it. Because when I was young, I remember I would stay up till like 1, 2 in the morning, and now that you got older, it's like if I go to bed at 9, 10 o'clock at night, I'm happy.
I used to have insomnia really bad because I would lay down in bed and I'd get cramps in my legs just instantly. And I spent a lot of hours online in the middle of the night, but I found out what it was.
Yeah, I get that way too.
Does it?
I take a sleeping pill, and I think for the last 2-3 nights I've had insomnia, and I would go to sleep at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'd have some things on my mind and some things that's been bothering me, but that's the only way I get insomnia. Like if something's on my mind, or I can't, get it out of my mind, or now I still have some insomnia. Like I'll get up. I used to get up like at 2 when I worked midnights, and I'd be home on weekends. I go to bed from 8 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Get up, stay up till about 11 o'clock. Go to bed and get up about 3, 4 in the morning. This went on for like 3 years. Review. I used to work the midnight shift at a plastic plant, and they made good money. But when they decided to do away with the 40-hour workday and it's 12, 3 on, 4 off, I thought no, it don't pay me that much to work 12 hours with 36 hours a week, and it's 12-hour shifts, 3 on, 4 off, or something. No, I'm not going to do that.
So what do you think of these?
They're cute. I like them.
These are wooden sunglasses.
Wooden? I never saw those before.
They float, and they're polarized. There's a place in Oregon that makes them and sells them for $350.
Wow.
And my grandson had these made.
Seriously?
Yeah, and
that's about the same price as a pair of Oakleys.
He's selling them on eBay for $50.
I'll have to look at that.
So he asked me to do a review on them.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty neat.
Years. I mean, I'm mostly an Amazon person because if I go to Amazon,
that's what I told them. Stay off of eBay. Go to Amazon.
Right, because my dad loves eBay. I says, Dad, he's trying to sell one of his saws on there, and my brother does all that. I says, Dad, you're better off just going to Amazon because Amazon, there you get what you pay for. They cut you a break. They don't treat you like
hold your money.
Right. But the only way they hold your money, I think, is
if you're not an established seller. He has $1,100 in his PayPal, and they won't release it for 30 days, I think it is.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like,
hell. I mean, it's gone to absolute shit.
That's how I came to YouTube. I was boycotting eBay.
Yeah. But what's the problem now? And I heard from a lot of people that YouTube and the changes that Google's making is full of shit. I mean, one of the few luxuries I had on here was the video response. It made it a lot easier to get replies because you won't have, now you're making a separate video, or you don't have this or you don't have that. I think what happened was Google decided, well, they're going to do whatever the hell they want, because PayPal used to own YouTube, and then they went bankrupt because of PayPal. And what did PayPal do? They sold their business to Google, and Google, being the biggest search engine at the time, paid over millions of dollars to get them out of bankruptcy. Because what PayPal was doing when they owned YouTube was they were charging people to make videos and do all this, and that's what a lot of people couldn't do. They couldn't run up their credit cards and say, "Oh, I'm going to pay to have a video." But Google said most of the stuff is free, most of it. But now they got paid subscriptions, which is a giant pain in the ass. And that video reply and stuff, and the comments, I'm thinking, what are they, smoking grass? Most people don't like changes, I can tell you that. They don't like changes.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think. I think it's the people that just don't like change, period.
Right.
I mean, I love change. To me, change is growth, but
yeah, it depends on me, because like the recent changes I've been dealing with was not having the people that you thought were friends anymore. It's like you can't talk to them, you can't do anything because they blocked you. They want to behave like little children over it, and I'm thinking, like, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
How people have to behave like that because, oh, I'm not the one with the problem, but you are. Like a month ago, I don't like kids on my Hangouts. I won't let people under 18 years old. I don't know. That's just the way I am. People say, "Oh,
that's a Google policy."
Right, but now they have 17 minors,
yeah.
and I'm thinking, this is not for kids. Come back when
I've seen some kids on videos. They have their channel, and there's this one guy I'm watching because he's on these teenagers. That's all he's on, is teenager channel, and I don't know if maybe he's their coach. They're acting
I guess,
for all I know.
A lot of young kids on here, and like 19, 20 years old, and they do pretty damn good, and I've left in comments saying, "Oh, damn, you're good," But what really is I had this 17-year-old girl, front out tell me, "Well, they say you're a drama queen," so I'm thinking, so it's true. What? If somebody told you to go over there and open the window and fly out of it, you'd do it. Well, whatever. I says, no, because somebody told you. Somebody, and you sat there and bought it. I says, if you say you wouldn't do it, then you're a liar, because you're believing what somebody tells you. And I says, you may be a teenager, but I don't. I have this thing about children. I love children, I do. But my problem is this. I just have this funny feeling that when it comes to teenagers, I don't want them to be on my Hangouts. I just feel funny about that. I mean, I figure this is for adults. You know, come back when you're 18 and you're out of high school, and we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I says, that's
you
just...
hear that, Jake? You're only 9. You have to keep your ears shut.
That's a cute dog.
He's a pain in the butt. He's
Yeah, they can be
spoiled rotten.
It's just that I have this with my old YouTube channel. I had spammers all the time. I think they kind of changed that so that that if you want to come here, it's sorry, you have to be on their circle, and it's by invite only, and that's the way it should be. Last summer, I had a kid and they try to do this. Oh, can you add me on here? And then all of a sudden they spam you or they troll you, and I'm like, nope, not gonna deal with it. Not gonna deal with it because you want to be a troll. This one kid, he must be about 15, 16 years old. He was wearing, prescribed reading glasses, and he had his face painted like a clown. You believe that?
Huh.
He painted his face like Bozo the Clown, and he goes, oh, listen to this one. Sorry, I am into all the drama. There was this guy, he has take off your, I says, look, I'm not going to let you on here with clown makeup. I says, why? I says, that's scaring people. And I says, I says, do us a favor. Go to the bathroom, wash off that makeup, and when you come back on here, I'll talk to you. I says, what are you, Bozo the Clown? Because some people they had in the Hangout, one of them was scared of a clown. I said, well, do us a favor. You want to come back in here, paint your face. I mean, not paint your face. Wash your face. And then come back. He goes, no, I ain't gonna do it. I said, then I'm gonna block you. Another time we had a hangout, there was a guy, he would mute you. If you tried to talk to him, he'd mute you. He'd mute you by saying, take off your clothes. Or he told this one gay person, he goes, have sex with me. And then when you try to talk to him, he'd mute you, and we just got tired of it and we blocked him. I thought, this guy's a Looney Tune. And I got one person says, I'm sorry, I'm into all the drama. I says, well...
He is into the drama?
She is.
She is?
I think, sorry, then you don't fit in here. See, I try to keep it to a minimum as much as I can, because it's the old saying, do unto others as they would done unto you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it says in the Bible, but it's an old saying of mine, do unto others as they would do unto you. Another saying of mine is, why do something to them, but if they do it to you, why have a fit of rage over it?
Mm-hmm.
You would be a hypocrite if you told people, well, I don't do this, and then do it to them just to be hypocritical. This kid said, I'm sorry, I'm into the drama. I just told her, I said, well, I try to be fair with everybody, because there's some people that don't want to come in and deal with the drama. There are some people that are just like that. And it's sad that they live on that. You know what it tells me? It tells me they have nothing else better to do. They have nothing else better to do. I says, if you're into drama, you don't come here. Wish the other people would come, because they're supposed to come at 8 o'clock. If they don't come by 9, I'm just going to shut this down and say, look, I was on here for 2 hours waiting for people. So you married?
I'm very happily married, and I have a 37-year-old, a 33-year-old, and a 17-year-old.
Yeah. I'm
a grandma of 13 and a great-grandma of 5.
I'm not married, and I just, about a year and a half ago, I had come back home to take care of my dad, and because he's in bad health, and it makes me...
Where can I drop you a link that it's not going to be in public?
What's that?
Where can I drop a link that it's not public?
That's a good question. I guess you would probably send it to my email, or because I have Gmail, or you would send it through my YouTube mail. That's the only one. I don't know any other way. Those are the ones I know.
I might be able to send it here.
Yeah, there was a guy on here. He quit YouTube, and he was very talented, and he had a network called Trendo.
Oh yeah, Al.
Yeah, yeah. I told.
Has he come back?
I don't know.
That's where I met you.
Yeah.
Was on Trendo.
Yeah, I went on Trendo, but the problem with social networks, like live video, they don't last very long because they can't. They're up because when social networks like that, you'd be lucky to knock on wood if they stay in business a few years, because
right.
the problem is it's not.
Well, what I couldn't understand is why everybody gave Al, and why Al gave everybody a hard time about it. You know, to tell you the truth, and I saw Paperweight Girl's video.
Yeah.
And she did have a point about $2 for a bad cup of coffee.
Yeah, I saw that.
I wouldn't put it in a video on a social network.
Yeah.
Defaming him. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but they spent a lot of time on that site. They really gave it their best.
Yeah, and Al, you see, he's going through the change, and I can understand that, I said, look, if you're going through changes, don't feel bad, because a lot of people don't like the changes I'm going through, and I'm thinking, hey, you don't have to deal with what I'm getting older. You don't have. I'm 40 years old. You don't have to deal with what I'm putting up with. It just angers me that, people can do all the drama in the world, but if you tell them to your face that they're a drama, it's no, not me, you. And they have to have I don't watch their videos anymore because I figure why. If I look at it this way, it's sad but it's true. I try not to feel bad about them because look at it this way: 9 times out of 10, I'm never going to meet that person. That person's never going to come from where they are to Ohio to meet me, and wherever they're going, there's a thin chance I'll never meet them in person. I have to look at it like this. So why should I worry about somebody I'm never going to meet in public? It's sad that I don't have their friendship anymore. It's sad I don't. It's sad that they have to hide behind their drama and their childish teetotaling tantrums. Now, Al was a pretty good guy. I liked him. I've always thought he was very talented. But when the last I heard, and this, I don't know, I've heard from so many people, they turned Trendo into a porn site.
Oh, I saw that. They put Mumay's video on it. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Mumay.
My antiviral system would not let me do that because it's a dangerous site. I said, well, most porno sites are illegal. They put viruses there so nobody can copy their videos and download them on their, for private use. I wanted to go on there and see what that was like, and my antiviral program said, dangerous site, do not enter.
It was X-Hamster. And I know the lady that was in the video that he linked that site to.
Mumay did?
Mumay. No, it was a video Mumay did with Tom Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
And then Tom went, and they were doing some, I don't know. It's not something I would do.
He does a lot of stuff. It's like I used to talk to him, but ever since I started Hangouts or whatever, we've kind of grown apart. And when he was sticking up for somebody I didn't like, that really, really broke our friendship, because when I told him about this villain, he stood up for the villain. I said, you know what, Tom? I've known you since 2007. And I'm not going to say I'm sorry to somebody who isn't going to be sorry to me. And I I don't talk to him anymore. I haven't talked to him in over a year. But I like Jimmy Riley. He's funny.
Oh, Jimmy. I love Jimmy.
Roof Police. Jimmy Riley, a crazy old bastard. He comes up with a lot.
But Jim has got a heart. He never hates on anybody just to behave. See, Torp used to be, you know, Torpino again?
Yeah.
He used to be my friend. I brought him up. And he'd leave me, he'd start drama and then leave me for 3 weeks with his shit to deal with. And finally I said, well, he just did a vlog and he called me. He's called me 3 times trying to do his podcast. And all of my haters have done the podcast with him, and it seems like I'm the whole topic of the podcast. And it's like, you know what? You guys are so stuck on the old bullshit lies that you twisted in the first place that you don't even know what the truth is. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm the cameo collections that they always talk about. Hey, but they make me famous, you know? Okay. Which Shannon Shirley are you?
Shirey? Yeah. I used to be Catherine McClanahan, but see, that channel I had for 5 years, and I really miss it. I just couldn't keep it open because I had too many problems with hackers, and you know, when you have, like, I Am Anonymous, they just, you would get rid of them, then they come back under another name. You wouldn't see their picture because I made it clear, if you're not going to show me some information and you just want to add me on there, don't even bother. You know, I miss the people who block me, I really do, but I just don't miss their bullshit is what I don't miss. What really aggravates me is, why would they be jealous of me? What did I do or say to make them behave like that? I think the reason why they did it because I refused to lay down to their politics. And it's sad that I can't talk to them. It's sad that I can't ask, you know, can't comment. So I figured, hey, who can play that game? You want to play me not you not talking to me? Fine, I could play it, but my game's called me not talking to you. You know, it just makes me sad that people of grown people have to behave like such children.
Oh, I know. My 17-year-old listens to some of the crap that goes on YouTube, and they said, you know, she just, Mom, they are a bunch of, they're worse than kids, and they are.
Yeah, and they sit there saying, well, I don't have the problem, you do. They block me because you know why? Because they know they're wrong. They know they fucked up somewhere. Oh, we'll just make Shannon public enemy #1. You know what's going to happen? People will get tired.
I just realized YouTube is a big place, and with Google Plus, I could block them out, and that I'm fine with.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, I don't need them in my life to make me complete.
But it makes me sad because I don't need their crap in my life. But what I miss is the friendship. What I miss is the fun we used to have, and now it's nothing more than, you know, people behaving like children. And when someone comes and tells you, I have to get permission to talk to my people, that to me is a bad sign. It says that you have a problem. Now, like I said earlier, I've dealt with brainwashed people. I've dealt with them. You don't have to, you know, be living in a cult just to be told what to do. Because cults are changing their way of things these days. You know, like some cults, you just live in a house down from the church or something. I mean, it's your home, but you gotta forget.
King Ziggy blocked you? Ziggy?
Yes, he did. I don't know what
promise did he say you broke?
Well, promising that that I would be because see, almost a year ago, I came onto a Hangout drunk. I was so belligerent. I
That
yelled.
Never turns out good.
I was belligerent. I yelled at people. I screamed at them, and I got blocked for it. And then about a month and a half later, we decided to resolve our differences. But he's changed. I've known him since live video, and he's changed. And I'm worried about him because, people say, "Oh, you get older," and that's no, 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 no. Something doesn't smell right, And if they want to say something to me, I'm gonna say, you know what? Why talk to me when I got you blocked? I think the problem is, and this is my opinion, he's changed. I would like to sit down and have a talk with him. I'd like to sit down and have a talk with the two others that blocked me privately and say, you know what? I care about you. And I miss your friendship. But if you're going to turn around and be jokers about it and act like little school children about them and say, you know what? I don't need you in my life. I'm worried about them. I'm concerned about them. I am. But, if they don't want to talk to you, what can I do? Can't do a whole lot except I figure, hey, if they got me blocked, they probably don't watch my videos anymore. And if they do, they probably don't like them. And it's sad that I can't talk to them anymore. I can't ask them how things went. But the problem is this: if they asked me to come back, I'd say, you know what, that's a problem. So in other words, he's telling people I broke a promise. I didn't break any promises. I did and said things that were considered inappropriate in public, but this time I wasn't drinking. The first time I was drinking, and it was bad. And I said, because somebody in my family took my home number off of my phone. I mean, my number's private. And, okay. Yeah, kickouts. This is probably what it's going to end up being tonight. And
no, it's me. You can kick out.
Yeah.
That one.
So what happened was, I hear, for a month, I didn't talk to him, I didn't do anything, and I thought, well, after things were cooled down, things would get better, and that's when I saw the change in him. I said, it's not because you're getting older. We all getting older. And your point is, and I hear people say how he hates my guts, but then again, I try not to think about it because it's just gossip. It's all it is. It's just nothing more than petty.
Oh, I know. I have a friend 5 years. He and I were good friends, and for some reason, out of the blue, he said that I said something to somebody else, and I'm going, what did I say? And I even asked my friends, I said, have I ever said anything bad about that guy? And he, no.
Just, as soon as
if anything, you defended him to a fault. But if he chooses to believe I said something, and it could have very well been something I said out of context, and maybe that person didn't understand.
See, the first time I got in trouble, it's sad that they have to behave like children. As soon as they get a little big for their britches, they forget you. You're this nobody, and I don't know what to say anymore because nothing I say or do is ever going to make it, any better. And I miss their friendship. Yes, I do, but I just don't miss the bullshit. And they sit there and think, well, we're the heroes, you're the villain. I says, I'd rather be a villain than to sit. I says, I think it's changed. He's changed. And every time I would try to tell him that, I feared of getting blocked. I would fear of retribution. And, I just said to myself, he's got to figure this one out for himself. I would love to sit down and talk to him and find out what the hell's going on. My problem is this. if I do become friends with him ever again, I don't know how I can. I don't know how. I'm thinking like if he's gonna behave like this, then what's the point? What's the point? Because he's too busy listening to somebody else. And I'm like, that's somebody else. One of these days they're not going to be around us. And then what are you going to do? Come knock on my door?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Come knock on my door and say, yep, Shan was right and we were wrong. I mean, I miss the friendship. I just don't miss the bullshit.
Is there's somebody in the room with us?
I don't know.
Mr. Chocolate Guy said he was coming.
Oh, yeah, I'll send him out an invite. Said that if he got off work, let me check this. It's been like half an hour since I checked this. He said something about he would try because the last time he didn't get off work till late. And I said, go ahead, we'll probably be out here till about 9 or 10 o'clock. And he said two others said they would try to make it. One of them's, like I said, just got over the flu. Dana Guinta. Okay. I'll write this. This is to have fun. To me, drama just gets you in trouble. Have a nice life. I'm not going to add those two because I figure, hey, if I just try to avoid it because all it does is just nothing but just plain gossip. And gossip is not always true.
Most of the time it isn't.
Yeah. It's just that, and to me, I miss having the fun that we had on the Hangouts. I miss what was really the most fun I had with them is when I did the video collab. Oh, give me a break. Andrew Clark.
Are we on video, like on YouTube?
Yeah, we're live. He says, what do you want to see? Andrew Clark. Well, what do I want to see?
Where's a link that shows we're live?
Oh, here. I'll give it to you. The guy says, what do you want to see? I'm thinking like, I'm not going to answer that. I don't think I'm going to answer that.
Because I can't see. Is somebody watching us?
There's 3 viewers right now. We had 6 at the beginning of the hour, about over an hour ago. And this is on the main channel that... What do you want to see? What do I want to see?
Because I'm just figuring out all this. Okay, so how can you see your viewers? Well, I see me.
You believe this guy? What do you want to see? I'm thinking, see what? I'm not going to answer that. I don't think I'm going to answer that. Sorry, Charlie. It's not a bad hangout tonight. It's pretty good. It's just, see, I try to stay away from such tripe. I mean, I try to do my best because all it does is just get you in nothing but trouble. Gossip is 90% of the time not true. And I have a theory of mine. If you don't like me, then you're thinking about me. Am I right? If you don't
like me, then you're thinking about me.
Yeah, I know it sounds kind of weird, but you have to think of somebody about, even if you don't like them. Because if you really don't like them, you wouldn't be talking to them or thinking about them, would you?
Well, you could have the purpose of getting to know them.
Yeah, that question that guy asked me, I'm going to leave it alone because or give it a question of no comment, because that to me sounds like a question I don't have. I am not going to answer. And
what's he asking you? What do you want to see?
That's a good question. I mean, part of me thinks of it as a racy question, but what would I want to see? Well, I'd like to see more the people that unblocked me talk to me. I'd like to see them come back, but although I've accepted the fact that they may not, and I want the fun to come back is what I want. The fun that we had, the shenanigans we used to pull in here. Because when I did that video collaboration, there were some times that if you want to promote something, do it in a way that people see. To me, I thought I was self-promoting myself doing that collaboration, you know. Mm-hmm. One person would do their character and the other person would do theirs, I do mine. I'm thinking, that's self-promoting. That is so self-promoting. If I do say so myself.
But you're on a social network.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
I think I'll answer that question. That's just, Andrew, I would say, I would like to see yeah, the one people says, well, sorry, I like the drama. And I said, then sorry, you're not. I told them, I said, you know what? Drama gets you nowhere. I mean, they love drama, so to me, it just gets you nowhere. You know, it does. Like I said, I try to stay out of it as best as I can. You know, that's all anybody can do. I told them how I felt, and I got 2 other people that added me back on this channel that I have it on. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I thought about getting a new channel and just letting this one, crap out. Okay, he shared the video. That's nice of him. What do you want to see? I told him what I want to see. Hello?
Oh, there's somebody here.
Hey, welcome to our powwow. Mason. Okay, welcome to our show. I see your picture, but I hear no sound. That's not a bad picture, but... Huh?
That was Jake barking.
Jake.
Daddy home? Daddy home?
Well, he doesn't have to talk. He can listen to what we have to say here. So, it's up to him.
He might be trying to get his mic. I'm not even subbed to your YouTube channel. That's weird.
Here,
I got it.
I gotta go to the bathroom again now. It's that time of the month. That's what's making me go.
Snowing enough for you? Oh my goodness. I don't think I want to be a part of this.
Uh-oh.
What a creep.
Yeah, I ejected him.
I was sitting there on video with that, and I went, no.
Yeah, have a good way to get me kicked off in here. I leave to go to the bathroom for 5 minutes. I can't be gone no more than 5 minutes, and this guy has to behave like a child.
Is it somebody you know?
No, but I've dealt with guys like that before.
I just blocked him. I blocked him on Google too.
Yeah, me too. So it's just that when you get something like that, you gotta kind of be careful because you don't know what they are. You don't know if they're trolls or predators or something like that. Especially if you know something like that. Yeah, you gotta worry about it. I just hope the people that were supposed to be on here tonight are watching. And I've gotten to a point where they can say what they want about me. Now it's my turn to say what I want about them. You know, what are they going to do? Cry? That's all they're going to do. Yeah, Mr. Chocolate, I think Byron said he'd be here, but I'll probably wait another half hour to see if he's coming.
Well, I'm going to have to get to my reviews.
Me too. I'm going to have to head on out of here. And for those that have been on here tonight, I'd like to thank Cameo for stopping by. And you have a good evening, and see you on the next Hangout.
All right. Sounds good.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.